Hello friends, I just rage quit my game, so I thought, you know, what better time than now to film some videos, right? You know what I mean? So we're gonna be doing the day-by-day portion for the week of July 21st. I used this gorgeous kit from planner Pixie Co. I think it was a Q2 mystery from this year. No, is it this year? Yeah, it would have had to have been this year. Yeah. Let's flip back here to Q2 mystery. It would have had to have been from this year. Oh, I need my scripts. Oh. That's the one for next week. This is the one that I need. I used this font. Don't ask me what it's called. But I used it. Not helpful, I know. Let's use... I'm going to use these tweezers. My little zebras. These are from Temu. So, starting off on Monday, the first thing I am marking is that I chipped my tooth. So... oh jeez. Oh, I didn't leave myself enough room. Imagine that. So like overnight, when I get super anxious, I tend to like chew my nails, my lips, the skin on my nails, like, whatever. Or pick at it, and so I was super anxious, which is what I'll mark after that. There we go. I love how I just continually put things down and then pull them right back up. That's like my favorite thing ever. But yeah, so I this is a happy tooth, but it was not a happy moment, let's be real. I think most of you probably could figure that out. But yeah, I was super anxious because of God knows what. I mean, it is what it is. That's just how my life is right now. It's just anxious. And I just had a Mountain Dew Zero, so that's not helping. But, yeah, I was chewing my fingernails, and I just felt something just crack, and of course the piece fell out, and it's a good sized piece. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, it's a good sized piece. And yeah, so that happened. Haven't been able to get it fixed because I don't have the money to pay to get it fixed, and all the things. So, don't have dental insurance right now. So, yeah. But yeah, I just quit my game because I am not good at platforming. And unfortunately, a lot of the Lego games is not a lot of it, but some of it is platforming. But it is what it is. And I finally got up on a ledge that I need to get onto, and yeah, I tried to get him to jump somewhere, and he just didn't go where I wanted him to, so just rage quit my game. It's fine. But yeah, so super anxious, obviously, because I chipped my tooth, and I'm like, oh, it's not like I'm getting ready to leave in a week to go, be around thousands of people. It's fine. Tens of thousands of people. It's fine. So that happened. And then, so the saga of this week was that I got a call from a recruiter this week. I had put in, of course, several job applications, and I finally get a call back from one of them, and she's talking to me about, the job and all of that. And I was like, obviously I was super enthusiastic about it because, like, I really like the job that she called me about, I would have really liked. Spoiler alert, I did not get the job. But she says, okay, I'll send your information on to the hiring manager. They'll probably contact you no later than Thursday. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so Monday, chipped my tooth. Super anxious because, like I said, chipped my freaking tooth. And there was no way I was going to be able to get fixed. Just, you know, due to everything that was going on. And then I did like I said, got a call from a recruiter. That saga will continue Thursday. And then did some editing, video editing, did my nails, started listening to an audiobook called Don't Read the Comments, and then I also started reading an ebook called The Shopkeepers. That's not oh, god damn it. That's supposed to say The Storykeeper's Death. I need to fix that, because that's going to bug the absolute shit out of me. So, this will not have a script at this point. That's to say I think it's The Storyteller's Death. That's what the book was called. Oh my god, that makes me so mad. And then I was watching Rizzoli and Isles. And then Tuesday, slept in. Because I was anxious, couldn't sleep. It happens. And then was doing some editing. And then I had made myself ramen for lunch. And one of my niece's favorite foods, for some reason, is ramen. So she and I shared a bowl of ramen, which is fine, because half the time, like, I'm pretty sure she had just eaten lunch too, so I was like, I highly doubt she's even going to eat any of this. I was right. Oh shoot, that's supposed to go on the other side. I think, oh, I know what I had meant to put that in the middle. Oh jeez. And I bumped you. And you can't even see it, so that's cool. But yeah, so I, you know, she was like, oh, you should hear something back from somebody by Thursday. And I was like, okay, sounds great. Never heard anything. I'm going to put this like that, and then put the little popcorn bucket in the middle. It's going to stick out for a little bit, but I actually don't mind. I don't mind. And I don't know why, I feel a little stuffy all of a sudden, so bear with me. Did I? No, we did not go. Oh, this weekend I went to, we were going to do games and stuff, but just as a little last minute, like, get together before the craziness of Gen Con happened. But I was pet sitting for some family friends on Saturday. So, ended up not being able to go and do what I wanted to do, but that's okay, because like I said, I got to hang out with some pups, and honestly, I just watched TV all day. They're pretty chill, so it was just TV. Honestly, it was just watching TV. Letting them out to pee, feeding them, stuff like that, because she had left me food, so that was nice. Obviously very nice of her to do that as well. So, excuse me. But yeah, so were we out Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday I asked my mom if she would want to go with me to Fort Wayne, because I needed to sell some stuff at Half Price Books, because I needed money for Gen Con, basically. And so while we were out and about, we were up in Fort Wayne. Of course, we went to Costco, because why not? And while we were at Costco, my friend texted me and was like, hey, would you mind watching or checking on our dog for us, Freya? I talked about her before. And of course, I was like, absolutely. Like, Thursday, they wanted me to check on her Thursday. So I was like, yes, absolutely. Not a problem, etc., etc. But yeah, so he had texted me while we were at Costco and asked if I would check on their dog Freya for them, and of course I said yes. What are we doing here? Oh, we went to Half Price, we went to Costco, we got Dunkin', and then we went to Walmart. Yeah, because there's always something that we don't get at another place, and it was just, you know, it was like, oh, we need this and we need that and blah 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 blah. So we did it. We did the things. Dunkin', and then Walmart. I did get some new curtains, so that was exciting. You know, I always love the new curtains. But yeah, so anyway, Thursday. So hung the new curtains, and then I went out to my friend's house, and while I was on the way, I was like, you know, it's weird. I haven't heard anything back from those people about the job. Like, they, you know, that nobody ever called me or anything. I was like, well, that's weird. So I'm gonna move these just because I can. I have the room. I decided, because the recruiter had emailed me. She called me, but she also had emailed me. Or no, did she email me? Yeah, she emailed me. She called me. Something. I don't know. Basically, I had gotten an email from her, but I had spoken to her on the phone. So whatever. I think she had called me and I missed the call. So I called her back. Anyway, I was like, you know, I think it's really weird that I haven't heard anything back. I was like, well, maybe they emailed me. So I pulled up my email while I was sitting outside with Freya. And they said I should hear something back they said on Monday that I should hear something back by Wednesday or Thursday. So I get into my emails and I'm like sorting through, because I get a lot of emails and I try to pay attention to them, but sometimes they just kind of come in and I may not know what they're from, or I just don't, you know, I don't have the time to check it out, whatever it may be. But anyway, I had gotten an email on Tuesday saying that they went with another candidate. And I was just like, why the fuck did you call me on Monday if you were going to hire somebody on Tuesday or close the position on Tuesday? Like, why would you do that? So I just had a complete and utter mental breakdown while I was out with Freya on Thursday. And I started crying. I'm not going to lie. And it was so sweet because she like, I'm sitting there, just crying into her fur basically. And she looks at me, like at one point she just looks at me and she says, and she's like, she didn't say anything. She just looks at me so sweetly with her little sweet face and just licks me like right on the cheek, just like cleaning up my tears. And I like started crying even more because I just thought it was so sweet. Yeah, so I ended up buying her a stuffed fish just to tell her how much I love her and tell her thank you, because I just like I was just so upset because like the last time that I quit my job without anything lined up, which yeah, it was a bad time for me to do so. But it was in my last day was February 14th of 2020. And I didn't start a new job until late 2022. Or like July. I think it was July of 2022 when I started my new job. So I was unemployed for a year and a half. And now, mind you, I was being particular. You know, I wasn't just sending out a flurry of applications just so I would have employment. You know what I mean? So maybe that was my bad, but it was just like, I want to find a job that I'm going to be happy at. And so I just kind of like, obviously I was having these like spiraling thoughts of just like, oh my God, you know, you're just going to be unemployed for a year and a half. And like, you know, everything's just going to, you know, I had just a complete and utter fucking meltdown. about just not, like, what the fuck have you done? Like, you're gonna be unemployed for a year and a half again. Like, what, like, you idiot. Like, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Just having all of these, like, very hateful, intrusive thoughts. And it just kind of spiraled. So Thursday evening, I just kind of hid in my room, because it's just, I get in these moods, and I'm sure you guys can relate if you have this too, if you suffer from anxiety. Just these spiraling thoughts of just like, what the fuck have I done? And all of this other stuff, and just all of the things, and it really sucked. So, I don't know. I didn't sleep very well. I wasn't feeling good. Just all of the things. Just spent a lot of time on my phone playing Board Game Arena, because I just wanted to sit in my feelings for a while, I guess. But yeah, so Saturday, I woke up pretty early, and then I just did not feel good, so I went back to sleep. So oftentimes when you see me, like, putting that I took a nap in the morning, it's literally just because I wasn't feeling good. I don't know why I put this like this. I'm assuming I probably ran out of quarter boxes. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, so, and I ended up waking up late. I told my family friends that I would be at their house by, I don't remember what time it was. But I ended up leaving late, and then I had to pick up something for my mom. And just, yeah, it's just like not a good time. So I ended up getting to their house late, which they were fine with. They were just like, yeah, it's fine, like, whatever. But I felt bad because, like, they were going to a wedding, and I'm like, I don't want you guys to be late to this wedding. It was a funny story. It was somebody we actually knew, because, like, it was one of their daughter's friends, and, like, not that we knew them super, super well, but, like, we obviously knew her friends as she was growing up, or knew a few of them anyway. They're all just pretty and smart and all of the things, and it's just like, oh my god, I think, so our family friend's daughter's friend is what it was, basically. So, but yeah, like I said, I literally just sat and watched TV, and I ended up going to bed pretty early because I just wasn't feeling good, and I was just still not in a good headspace. Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out. God. Like, there we go. But yeah, so I did stop and get a sandwich, so that was good. I love the sandwiches. It's an Amish store, but they make the most delicious sandwiches. And they have their, like, house-made bread, and I think the key, though, obviously, like, when you make a sandwich for yourself, it's not the same. And I actually read something about that. Oops, I just threw my tweezers. Fortunately, they did not go on the floor. But basically, like, oftentimes, like, they say you eat with your eyes, but you also eat with your nose. And, like, that's, when you're sick, you often, like, your food doesn't taste as good, and it's because a lot of your taste comes from you smelling and inhaling those particles and tasting those particles. And so that's why your food often doesn't taste good. But yeah, it was just one of those things where it was just like, oh, I can move that down a little bit. Oops. No! Sticker stuck to my desk. Okay, we're good. It's a little bent, but we'll flatten it out. We'll flatten it right out. But yeah, so I think it's just, they say, like, food often tastes better when you don't have to cook it for yourself, because again, you have those like you're kind of dulled to the scent, to your like your senses are dulled. Like if you have repeated exposure. What is that from? I have a script here that says help mom with branches, and now I'm like, I know I helped her at some point. I just don't remember when. Nope, you go there. Sorry, I'm just kind of throwing shit down. I vaguely remember this week, but like don't, because the next week that you'll see is Gen Con. I almost said Comic Con. Gen Con week, and like that obviously took precedence in my brain. So yeah, anyways, there is that. So shinies. Let's zoom out. I'll put this into my planner here. Let's put this in here. Look at how shiny this is though. I'm so happy. This is the pink ice foil from Planner Pixie Co. It's just delightful, and I just threw away a ice pack. I'll have to get that out of the trash can. So yeah, this is the completed spread. Sorry, I'm obviously very distracted. So this is the completed spread. Here is everything that I had left. It did come with a label sampler, which I'm kind of honestly kicking myself for not using. I think it would have looked really good with the yellow in the middle instead of the I feel like I could almost make another spread out of this. I've got a ton of stuff left. I might do something with it in my journal or something like that, because these are full boxes, and then there were 2 more on another page. Nope. Where am I? There they are. Full boxes. I thought those were headers. Nope, no. Are they headers? Oh yeah, they're headers, sorry. But yeah, I've got headers. Full boxes. Clear headers. Another full box. Underlays. Oh, I lied. My bad. They are... I thought that they were just printed together. They are not. They are underlays. They are underlays with... So patterned full boxes with overlays on top. I'm an idiot. Just ignore me. It's been a while since I've planned this spread out. But anyways, if you have any questions about where any of the stickers are from, please leave comments down below and I will help you out the best I can. I do apologize. Some of these stickers, a lot of these stickers are either from shops that no longer exist, they are no longer being sold, or they are stickers that I made for myself. But like I said, I will do my best to give you the information that you so desire. But thank you all so very much for watching, and next week is going to be my Gen Con spread, so definitely pay attention for that. It is going to be a talk through video. I've decided I'm going to sit there and talk through that video, even if it takes me an hour and a half. It's going to happen. So that video is probably going to be eons long, because I want to talk about all the things that happened at Gen Con. But anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. And until I see you next time, bye-bye.